Hello everyone. I am Dr. Ruchi Mishra Tiwari, Dean Humanities and Liberal Arts, Rabindranath Tagore University, and I welcome you all to a very special session today. This session is devoted to this book called Zaira, and this is a new bestseller which has come up in the scene of Indian writing in English. And today we are going to talk about this book and also about the dynamic writer of this book. So let's welcome in our studios the writer of Zara, Vinita Dhondiyal Bhatnagar ma'am. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am.
Thank you, thank you.
It's really our pleasure that you have taken time out and come to our studios for this special recording. So, first of all, congratulations for the book Zaira, the first endeavor that you have done. It's really a wonderful book, a must read for everyone. Congratulations. So let's start with this talking about this book. First of all, before we get into the details and nuances of the book, I would like you to know that, how did you start the journey of writing? What inspired you? Because I would like to tell everyone that Dr. Vinita is a professor at Rajiv Gandhi Pradyogiki Vishwavidyalaya. She's a professor of humanities. So, from teaching, how did you shift to writing? What inspired you to start writing?
Okay, thanks so much for that warm welcome and for this question. Actually, it's the opposite way around. All I ever wanted to do was write, but I think people who are my well wishers they realized two things: one, that I wasn't writing well enough, and secondly, that I needed to earn a living.
Okay.
So I got into academia and I love teaching, but that wo jo keeda, that worm that wanted to write,
Yes.
it wouldn't go away. And so I kept trying to write, and it took a long time. But ultimately, this book came out and it was published.
Yes.
And it combines my academic study in the sense that my whole background is in literature, um, studying literature and teaching literature. But the book that I've written, I tried not to make it overtly literary
Yes.
because I really wanted to reach out and to for people to read it without having to consult a dictionary.
Yes, yes, that's what we'll come to. That the language is very, very simple. The youngsters who are in school or college, they can read and they can easily understand. It's a very simple language, and especially I think for the people of Bhopal, because the story is based in the city of Bhopal. So Bhopalis will find it very attractive. The various marketplaces that you have described, the characters, it's all very relatable. So this question comes to my mind that. And whenever any writer is writing, so they are writing based on the observations that they have made in the society. Sometimes their personal experiences also get reflected in it. So is it true with this book as well that your personal experiences or your observations of society have left an impact on the writing, since it's your first work?
Yeah, Ruchi, actually, if I don't think about it, then I will tell you, no, it's not really very personal. There was something in my mind, an idea that I wanted to convey, and a story that I wanted to tell. So it wasn't really, doesn't draw that much from me or my personality, but I have found gradually when I write anything and people respond to it, that they see things that I haven't seen, like you have seen when you've looked at it and you've realized that there is. And then I go back to it and I say, yeah, actually there is something. And then I thought about it and I said, this is not a book about me now, but this is a book that I might have liked to read when I was in my 20s.
Okay.
A book that is talking to the person I might have been in my 20s and telling me to be a more, more empowered, more positive, more action oriented person.
Yes.
So, yes, it is definitely a kind of referring back to the person that I have been.
Yeah, so that is all. I always feel that the writer has a deep impact on the writings and on the character, and this is a beautiful story that you have woven. I must say that even people who want to make a film or television serial or web series, they must look out for this book, because there is it's about relationships. There is a mystery in it. So it's about Bollywood and drug mafia nexus. So and it was so relevant, like when we read newspapers, these things do come up, and so it appears also very relevant. And but the story has certain nuances which really touch one's heart at times. You know, the way Zaira, the protagonist, has been described, and how she feels that, you know, she's a naive girl, and how she feels in the film industry and all that. So it really touches the chord at some time as a reader. So what do you have to say about the protagonist, you know, the character?
Definitely. Now, that's my. I'm glad you asked this question, because one of my weaknesses whenever I was writing and not getting published, people would say the plot moves, the story is good, but the character nahi samajh mein aa raha. You know, we
Hmm.
can't relate to the character. And after like a whole lifetime of struggling with this issue, I realized that I should base characters on people I know.
Yes.
So there is actually a young friend of mine who is like a daughter to me, and I based the character on her.
Okay. Okay.
And at various points, it's not that the story is hers at all, but at various points, I asked her, I called her up and said, "What would you wear at a meeting like this, or what
Hmm.
would you think at a time like this?"
Hmm.
Now, I don't want to name her, but I do want to thank her, because she's definitely been some sort of an inspiration
Yes.
for Zaira, and she's roughly the same age.
Okay.
You know, the kind of emotions that she had, the kind of things that she was sharing with me, that's gone into the making
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
Zaira as a protagonist.
That's what is was very much apparent, that some inspiration has been taken from real life characters. And one more thing, ma'am, I would like to ask you is that this book shows one side of the society where, you know, money is something which is most important rather than human emotions and human relations. Specifically, if you talk about the film industry and the upper class society, and this is generally we form an image about it, and your book also at the same time is, you know, portraying this aspect that money ticks, as they say, money ticks in Bollywood and in the upper class society, and human emotions, values don't have much of a place. So, do you actually agree with this fact?
I'll be honest with you, everything I've learned about human emotions, I've learned a lot of it from Bollywood. So I would not say that, you know, that Bollywood by itself is dark, and,
Mhm.
you know, a lot of the films, a lot of the songs, I mean, the beautiful lyrics, and, you know, you just realize that there are so many artists actually who find their way to Bollywood and
Yes.
are able to make a career and commercial success out of it. So, and about the upper class, you know, since I haven't had much exposure, it is an imaginary.
Hmm.
It is not setting out to be a journalistic writing where I'm saying this is how
Yeah, yeah,
Bollywood
of
is,
course.
or the upper class. It is my imagination of a particular family, a particular producer,
Hmm.
director,
Hmm.
and therefore, what you said very rightly, that it is my feeling that, you know, when we value success or money or wealth too much, then we get into this trap of using human beings.
Hmm.
And it's a cliche but still true. Things and money are to be used,
Hmm.
and they can be replaced.
Yes.
Human beings cannot be replaced.
Yes.
Once you've lost somebody's trust, you've lost somebody's heart, they're never coming back. And no amount of money is going to make up for it.
Yes.
So, this is, you asked an earlier question, this is my philosophy, especially now as I look back, that nobody actually lands up at the end of life with less money, but they lack love,
Okay.
company, contact.
Yes. Yes.
And that's what, yeah, my theme is here too.
Yes, yes, and I'm talking about love, as you have just mentioned that this novel also has a beautiful love story, and the, you know, emotions of a young boy and a young girl are very much depicted. So, do you have inclination towards writing love stories, or towards murder mysteries? Because I'll continue the question that when I read your book, and I must compliment you that I found impressions of writers like Sidney Sheldon and somewhere like Agatha Christie as well. So I must congratulate, because, you know, when I read those novels of these writers, of very famous writers, but somehow some reflections I could see in these works. Some you must be inspired by them if you have read them. So, do you have this inclination of writing about human emotions, intricacies, and then love stories?
Very interesting question, and I'm known to be very flippant, and so I'll
Yeah.
keep to that. that love stories and murder stories, I think love stories are murder stories.
Hmm.
So, and somebody else told me, when I look at you, I think that you would have written a romance or you would have
Hmm.
written a philosophical novel, but you've written murder.
Hmm.
And I must tell you that Agatha Christie, you've warmed my heart. It made me so happy because
Yes.
she is absolutely. So if you
Yes.
ask me who are my two role models as writers, would be Enid Blyton
Hmm.
and Agatha Christie.
Yeah, beautiful.
You mentioned Sidney Sheldon. Of course, I have read him,
Hmm.
but there must be some reason why these two women,
Yeah.
and both I think British.
Yes.
They, just the kind of stories that they wrote, there was human understanding, but there was, the normal public could read it
Hmm.
and enjoy it. And I love that. That's
Yes,
my.
and that they are very relatable. You can relate to them. The the scenes that are described, even in your book also, the scenes that have been described, you can really relate to it very easily. You understand the character, you understand their emotions, and you get really hooked on to that book. So
I'm so glad. You're making
yeah,
me so happy.
actually, and as I mentioned earlier, so all the people who are film producers or web series makers, they have this book. They can make a movie or a serial based on it. It's a very interesting and a very beautiful, heart touching movie from a young writer of Bhopal. So we are proud of this fact. So, ma'am, now this was the first venture. What next? What are your future plans? Are you planning for something else?
I
Again?
definitely intend to
Okay.
keep writing novels. And when I write, I've already begun the second one, but then, it'll take a couple of years for me to get it right,
Mm-hmm.
to be happy enough with it. But I definitely want to keep writing and I want to keep exploring
Yes.
the issues and themes that interest me. And some of them are related to just the process of aging, some of them are related to human emotions, love, friendship. I think friendship is the most underrated
Yes.
relationship because I think friends have been absolutely central to my life. So I intend to keep writing,
Yes.
and I
That's.
hope that to be read and
Yes, yes,
seen.
we are looking forward to more such works from you. And I must thank you. Now we have little time left. So the last question is that what message do you want to give to the youth? Why they should read the novel and why they should read a young writer, beautiful writer, dynamic writer like Dr. Vinita. And of course the book is really really wonderful because I've read it and I know it's very touching and and you get drawn into the story and you want to know what is going to happen next, so that kind of thriller feeling is also there. So we are expecting more such books from you. Any message that you want to give to the youth?
Absolutely. My message always is I'm so grateful you're calling me young, but I'm
No,
not so young.
no, you
And
have to be
so,
young at heart.
yeah, that. But yes, I'm addressing the young, I'm writing for the young, and my message to them is this is actually your world. The world that you're,
Yes.
living in is your world. It's not mine, it's yours. And if you don't get proactive and very alert and, work for the world that you want to live in, then it's. I mean, you can make something spectacular and wonderful out of your life. So, like Zaira, take control of your destiny, take control of the world, take action, and make your life something to really marvel at. Thank you.
Yes, yes. So thank you so much, Vinita ma'am, for taking time out and coming out for this session. It was wonderful talking to you. All the students, scholars, to take this book, buy this book, and read it. It's a wonderful book, and we are looking forward for more such beautiful writings from Dr. Vinita. Thank you so much, ma'am, for
Thank you so
coming.
much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.